My name is Erica Schenhals. We moved around a lot when I was a kid because of my dad's job, and he's actually a pastor and missionary. And he went back and forth between the two positions, being a pastor at a church, or we were traveling a lot because he was like a traveling pastor, pretty much a missionary. And so grew up in the church. My dad was a pastor in a couple of the different places that we lived. So I was always in church all the time. There were a lot of like restrictions and things that I couldn't do and things that were expected of me because of being the pastor's kid. And there were like books that I wasn't allowed to read, anything that involved like magic, like the Harry Potter series, and things like that I just wasn't allowed to participate in or read, or I wasn't really given the choice. All my really good friends from home had all read Harry Potter, and I was always really upset that I could never read them. And I'm an avid reader. I love to read. I read all the time when I was growing up. I was the kid that always had a new book in their hand. I went to the library and would rent 12 books at a time, even when I was like 10. Like, I just loved to read. And it was just something that my parents said, no, you're not allowed to. I accepted it, and I moved on. But it was such a big part of all my friends' lives and their childhood, and I was like, you know what, I think it's time that I like read these books. I ended up reading all 7 books in less than 30 days, and I loved them. I wish I had read them when I was younger because I feel like they're so exciting. I watched the first movie over the summer, and the summer ended, and my roommate brought all of the first 5 movies back to school, so we've been doing a marathon before the next movie, and we have the 6th one to watch that I still haven't seen yet before we go see the 7th one in a few weeks. So I'm really excited, and I really love them. Like, they're really interesting, and they're fun, and it's kind of a thing where it's like something that I missed out in my childhood, but it's something that I can go back to and like pretend to be a kid again. Like, you always put yourself in their shoes when you're reading such a good book, so it's something that you could just kind of let your imagination run wild. The Harry Potter books are great. If you haven't read them, you definitely should.